Hi guys, this is Sai Kumar Kortiwada. In this video, we will talk about state in React and what exactly this state means in React. And as we are talking only about the functional components, I'll focus only on use state. And this is a hook which is created in our React functional components. And now, before going into the states, let's understand what exactly we can do without states. So, for example, I have a const, or let me use let keyword, and then I'll use a count variable with 0. Okay, and now I want to display this inside a paragraph, so let me display this with a count value. And now go here. Now you are able to see that count value. That's absolutely fine. Now what I'll do is I'll just create a function which increments this count value. Const increment, and let me go here and just update that count value. Count is equal to count plus 1 and save this. Now let me create a button, and this button what should do is it should increment the count value. So I'll mark this button as increment, and then I'll add a on click event. I have already discussed about all the events in my previous video. Please watch that so that you will understand in a better fashion. And now I want to call this increment method and save this. Now on clicking on this, the count value should increase and it has to show the updated value inside this paragraph. Let me go here and now let me refresh. Just you can see the 0 value. If I click on increment, it's not updating your React value. So whatever the functional value or this let variable, it is not updating in the UI. Let's see whether it is updating internally at the variable level. So let me go and create console.log of count value and save this. Now go and inspect this and let me click this. So you are able to see that it has been incremented for the variable, but it is not getting updated on your UI. So we have to understand what exactly the problem here is. The problem here is these variables are only loading at the start of your application, but once you start incrementing or changing that variables, they are not getting updated. They are getting updated at a variable level, but they are not getting they are not updating in the UI level. So now we have to see how to update them in the UI level. So for that sake, we will use states. So states are also the variables, but they have an extra feature where that states helps us to update the value. At the same time, it will re-render your JSX and it updates the UI as well. So let's replace the same thing by using states, and we are trying to use functional components. Hence we have to use a use state hook to update the local changes or local variables inside the functional components. So what I'll do is I'll replace few things which helps us to update our count value. I'm commenting this, and let me create a const variable with array symbol, and I want to import useState, and this is also a named export of React. That's why we are importing in this way, and you have to give the default value. useState will take one default value and the default value is 0. So let me put 0, and now it will return you two values in an array format. So I'm destructuring that array format. So I'm giving a count value which holds the value of that particular state, and I can use a function which helps me to update that particular state. So let me use set count which updates that particular state. So instead of using this count is equal to count plus 1, we will be updating that value from the set count. So whenever you want to update the state, you have to use this function. This value you cannot update at any time. So if you try to update it, what it does, let me go here and refresh. Let me click on this. You can see there is an error. Assigned to constant variable, type error, assignment to constant variable at increment. So you will not be able to change the value directly, but you can change that value by using set count. Set count of count plus 1. That means my previous count plus 1 will be updated. That means 0 plus 1 is 1, and that will be updated to your count value again, and hence it should show the count value, that is the updated count value. Let's see what's happening over here. Let me refresh this, and now let me click on this increment, but you are seeing still the previous value. Why? Because useState is an asynchronous data. So whenever you are trying to update that useState, then it will not be updated immediately. It takes some seconds in the background to update show to the variable, and once it is updated, it will update your JSX as well. So that's why you are able to see that count value as previous value. And now this is an asynchronous, we got to know, but how to make it synchronous? So all these different types of cases of use state we will cover in the next upcoming video. For now, this is how you will be creating your use state, getting the value of that use state, and you will be updating that particular use state by using a set count method. And this variable or this function can be anything. You can name it any way, however you want. So that's how you can create a use state and how to utilize that state in your application. We will try to see all the different types of scenarios in the upcoming video. That's it for this video. Hope you like my explanation. If you like my video, like, share, subscribe to my channel for more updates. Signing off. Thank you.